Mountain athletes, good morning. I am Anthony LaRubio, the founder and head coach here at Recal Training. High five for showing up on a Monday and starting your week off right. This live stream is part of Respiratory Muscle May, and it's the last one, which means it's the most challenging of our training sessions this month. For those of you new here to the channel, here at Recal, our breathwork training programs have helped hundreds of athletes climb the highest mountains in the world and finish in some of the most grueling ultra marathons. Whatever your goal is, I want to help you achieve it by breathing smarter and breathing stronger. And specific to this month, stronger means in your respiratory muscles. This is a 25-ish minute training session designed as a challenging respiratory muscle training session, the most challenging that we get to in our free training series like this. All of this is so that you can take this respiratory muscle strength to the next level and apply it to this newfound strength to your endeavors in the mountains, whatever it is that your goals are. If you haven't attended our entry-level respiratory muscle training sessions so far this month, I encourage you to check those out here on the channel or wherever it is that you're watching this training session. Okay, let's get ready to train. Today, we will begin in a seated position, just as we always do. However, you can grab a couple of optional pieces of equipment. Today, that means an air resistance device, kind of like this sports mask here, or an O2 trainer, or that's on our inspiratory muscles. Secondly, the second piece of resistance device you can grab is a resistance band of some kind so that you can put it around your rib cage like this and use that and breathe against it to build some of those muscles. And then our last bit of equipment is just your standard old party balloon. So these are the things that you can grab. Obviously, we typically use yoga mats at the end of our sessions as well, just to do some down regulation style breathwork training. But for now, you can go ahead and make your way into a seated position. I've got my chair here. I'm going to jump in that in just a little bit. But as you make your way there, we're going to begin, as we always do, with a little nose unblocking exercise. The way that this works, if this is the first time doing this with me, the way this works is you're going to take a normal breath in through your nose, again, from a seated position, a normal breath out. Go ahead and pinch your nose now, hold your breath, and rock your head back and forth. Again, this is called a nose unblocking exercise. This is going to help us clear out that nasal airway. Continue to hold your breath for 3, 2, 1. Release your nose. Breathe in again through your nose. Maybe you already notice that you can breathe a bit clearer in that nose. We're going to do this 2 more times together. So go ahead and take a normal breath in, normal breath out. Pinch your nose and hold your breath and rock your head back and forth. You're nodding yes to saying yes to pushing yourself in today's breathwork training session. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Release and breathe in through your nose. When we breathe in immediately after a small breath hold like this, we're actually bringing in nasal nitric oxide, which helps with gas diffusion in the lungs, getting oxygen into the bloodstream, and it also helps to dilate our blood vessels. One last time with me. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale. Pinch and hold. Rock and roll. If you're ready for today's session, nod your head yes. Gotcha. Continue to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, breathe in again. All right. The next little warm up that we're going to do is something called a back opener breathing. The way that it works is I want you to interlace your fingers like this, point your palms outward, extend your hands forward, curl your back slightly, and breathe in. As you exhale, point the hands back toward your body, put them on your abdomen, and exhale. Same thing. Inhale, point the hands forward. Exhale. Squeeze that last bit of air out in your exhale. Again, inhale. Breathe into your back, stretching it out, and exhale. Curl slightly forward, press the air out. Last one, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Get as much air as you can in, and then exhale. Hands go to abdomen. Exhale. Create some pressure in that abdomen space as you exhale that last bit of air out. Good. Come back to some normal breathing now. We're going to do one more warm-up exercise. It's called an elbow reach and pull. Start by placing your right elbow. We'll start with the right side by your oblique muscle. That's right here, kind of just north of your hip. Reach up and over into the side like you're grabbing something and pulling it down and bring it back. We inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Do this 3 more times. Last time. Good. Same thing on the left side now. Elbow starts at your oblique. Reach up and inhale. Pull it down and exhale. 4 more. Last one. Each time we do that, we're firing up our intercostal muscles, those muscles in between each rib bone and our rib cage, which help with our breathing and warming those muscles up. All right. What we're going to do today is 1 round of inspiratory muscle training from a seated position with your air resistance device, as well as a resistance band around your ribs. If you have these. If you don't have these, no problem. What I want you to do if you don't have a resistance band for around your ribs, by the way, it's on the lowest part of your ribs, kind of like halfway is draped off the bottom part of your ribs. The other half is on. That's your placement for your belt. But if you don't have this, no problem. What I do want you to do for air resistance is block 1 nostril if you don't have a sports mask or an O2 trainer. I'm going to use the O2 trainer today, which obviously then means I'm going to breathe through my mouth, but you're breathing through your nose with 1 nostril blocked if you don't have this. This is from a seated position. And what I want you to do is take 10 strong breaths in and passive exhales out, except for the very end of the exhale. Just pinch off that last bit of air. We want to collapse down this thoracic cavity space. Then begin a strong inhale again. We're going for 10 in a row. I'm going to sit down and do this alongside you. Go ahead and put those air resistance devices on if you've got one. And let's go. Exhale to pinch out that air. Block 1 nostril. Breathe in deeply. Let's go for about 5 more. You can do it. Three more. I'm on my last one. Exhale and let it go. We're going to recover now for some slow breathing. If you feel lightheaded at all, you feel like some tingling sensations in the body, that often happens when we breathe stronger than we normally would, come back to a regulated state by doing some slow breathing. So with me, take an inhale for count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. We're going to exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that helps to re-regulate our breathing. In other words, known as recalibrate the breathing, which is the name of the company. All right, we're going to do 2 rounds now of another inspiratory muscle training exercise. But this time, we're going to take that seat that you're sitting in, and we're going to throw our shins and knees up on that seat, and then our elbows down on the ground. This exercise is called inverted breathing. If you want to take the intensity up even another notch, what you can do is something like this, where you actually have some yoga blocks, maybe a blanket kind of for some cushioning on top of those yoga blocks, and you actually get all the way up with your feet up on a wall behind you. Now, I don't expect you to go ahead and jump into that level of intensity for inverted breathing. The chair with your knees slash shins up on it with your elbows down on the ground is it's fine just as well. So I'm going to go ahead and to show me a little bit more here. I'm going to change the angle of my camera. I'm also going to switch my microphone here so that you can hear me while I'm most likely the quality of the audio just dropped off. Wow, this how special microphones really are. I'm going to jump on that chair in a second, but go ahead and make your way there. Again, you can either be doing it with the yoga blocks or doing it with a chair, just like me. Get your shins and knees up on the chair. Don't want any accidents, so be careful getting there. We're going to do 10 strong breaths. Again, if you got that resistance band, still use that on your rib cage. Obviously, we're not going to be blocking one nostril during this one. Get inverted with me. Elbows on the ground. It's kind of like a plank as well. So we're definitely going to be contracting in the abdomen region as well, which is interesting because we're going to be breathing with the diaphragm. Those two things need to work together when we breathe often in a normal functional movement. That's exactly what we're simulating here. So go ahead and take some 10 deep breaths now. Deeply in. Exhale passively, let it go. Deeply in. Let it go. On your own, find your rhythm. Coming into our last 3 or so. 2 more. Last one. Good. Go ahead and make your way back up to standing. Maybe your face is as red as mine. Shake things off. We're going to do one more set of that. Back to that slow breathing just to recover. Maybe that's inhaling on a count of 4, exhaling on a count of 10, something like that. With you, I'm going to do one more round of in 4, out 10. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Our second set now. 10 strong breaths in this inverted position. You can do it. Let's go. Deeply in and let the air go. Deeply in. Let it go. 8 more at your pace. Three more. Last two. One more deeply in. Let it go. And make your way back up to a seated position. High five. Nice work. I'm going to switch my audio back to my mic. And what we are going to do next is something called balloon breathing. This is our expiratory muscle training exercise. So if you thought you got red-faced and lightheaded from doing inverted breathing, just wait until some balloon breathing here. We're going for 2 minutes in a row. You are going to try to blow up a balloon as many times as you can in those 2 minutes. If you don't have a balloon, no problem. What I want to do is make a fist. Depending on how much resistance you want, that's how much you tighten your fist. I want you to be exhaling for about a count of 3. So a 3-second exhale. And at the bottom of that 3 seconds, obviously, then you're collapsing that last bit of air out. That's the type of tightness I'd like to see out of your fist. So I'm going to go ahead and show the timer on the screen. We're going to go for 2 minutes together, as many times as you possibly can. Blow up that balloon. All right, everybody. Balloons ready. And in 3, 2, oh, 2 more cues. The first one is do this in a seated position. So in that chair. And secondly, try not to move your shoulders too much back and forth like this while you're going. Most of the space and the pressure that we should be creating in this exercise should come collapsing down into the abdomen space. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Notice how that collapsing down happened in the abs and I wasn't rocking back and forth. Okay, now we're ready. In 3, 2, 1, let's have a party, everybody. As you do this, try to relax the muscles in your face. Try to relax also the muscles in your neck. That way we don't create a lot of tension up in the face and the neck area. And again, most of that pressure is happening in the abs. You should feel like you're getting a proper ab workout during this exercise. And by the way, in case you did have that belt still on your ribs like I foolishly did, that should be off for this exercise. Come on, everybody. We've got just about a minute to go. Nice full breaths in and out each and every time. And like I said, if you feel lightheaded at any point in time during this exercise, go ahead and take a couple of normal breaths and then jump back in when you're ready. 30 more seconds. Ten more. All right, that is our 2 minutes. Go ahead and start to breathe slowly now. In our recovery breaths, we breathe slow breathing. So that means an inhale, say on a count of 4 again, and maybe an exhale on a count of 12, something like that, just to downshift that upregulated nervous system that we just got into with that exercise. You might be wondering why exactly we focus on inspiratory muscle training exercises as well as expiratory. When you're on the mountain, it's all about gas exchange. gas going in, oxygen going in specifically into the bloodstream, and then gas being exchanged out with each breath. We think nose full and low breathing when we're on the mountain, especially at altitude where it's tougher to breathe. We've got 10 more seconds in recovery here. So that's why we train both inspiratory and expiratory muscles to maximize our gas exchange. Okay, everybody, 2 more minutes. You can do this. I know this is some challenging stuff. I warned you from the beginning. Let's go. 2 minutes on the clock. Keep going. You've got 1.5 minutes left. I want to see full breaths in, full breaths out with each and every go at the balloon. Stick to it for 30 more seconds here. Ten more seconds. And 2 minutes. Nice job, everybody. We're going to recover for another minute. Again, come back to that slow breathing now. Inhale with me, maybe for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more on your own. Inhale for 4, exhale for 12. Again, that slow breathing helps to counterbalance the pH specifically in our blood and recalibrate the biochemistry. Okay, we'll recover for 10 more seconds here. What we're going to move to next is that yoga mat. We're going to do a little hook lying diaphragmatic breathing, which is strong inhales for 10 seconds. So we're circling back to that inspiratory muscle training. And then we're going to end with a little down regulation, long tail exhale breathing. So go ahead and make your way to that yoga mat lying down on the ground. If you're curious what a hook lying position looks like in live time, I'm going to try to pull up a photo here. Let's see if I can do this in the moment as you make your way to that seated position. So this is the hook lying diaphragmatic breathing position. Your feet are flat on the ground. Your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Don't worry about having that resistance band up on your waist, but we are going to use some air resistance for this. So from this position, hopefully you're there now. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose with one nostril blocked. Maybe you notice that resistance happening in your diaphragm as you breathe in. Unblock your nose and just exhale naturally. We're going to do 4 more. Block the nostril deeply in. Unblock and let it go. Deeply in. Let it go. Deeply in. Let it go. Let's go for 2 more. Deeply in. Let it go. Block the nostril. Engage the diaphragm. Pull the air in. Unblock and let it go. Just relax your arms down to your side and take a breath in on a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Maybe close your eyes and just focus on the air coming in. And exhale and just focus on the air going out. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to extend this exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale. And we're exhaling for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just allow your natural breathing to come back to you. Whenever you're ready, you can start to bring some movement back into your hands or your feet. Maybe rolling out your hands, rolling out your feet, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. If you had your eyes closed at this point, go ahead and blink them open. Just notice the light coming back into your vision, the colors around you, in whatever room or outdoor space that you're in. Make your way gradually and gently back up to either that chair or a standing position, looking at the screen, looking at me, this just so beautiful face smiling back at you. Congratulations. We've officially made it through Respiratory Muscle May. This was the most challenging of our respiratory muscle training live stream coaching sessions, at least the ones that are available for free out there in the world. We have some more challenging stuff, obviously, on our platform, in our training programs, whether that's the online training program, the self-guided, or with me directly in our personal training package. I just want to thank you for persevering through this workout, as well as through the entire month of May. I'm always grateful to be able to share our coaching practice here with you. And my hope, as always, is that I can enable you through breathwork training to breathe smarter and breathe stronger so that you can accomplish your goals on the mountain. I can't wait to join you next month in June. We're going to announce the theme here shortly, but it's going to be an exciting one. And I'll see you next Monday. Take care, everybody. Have a good day and a good week ahead. See ya.